Hey everyone, this is part 2 of Acts chapter 2, and this is verses 9. Parthians and Medes and Elamites and the dwellers in the Mesopotamia in Judea and Cappadocia in Pontus and Asia, Phrygia and Pamphylia in Egypt and in the parts of Libya, about Cyrene, and strangers of Rome, and Jews and proselytes. These are different people with different languages. When the Holy Spirit went on these people, when these disciples, they were speaking different languages, and they were looking at them that they were like drunk or something. Thanks, man. Cretes and Arabians, and we do hear them speak in our tongues, right there, thanks, man, the wonderful works of God. And they were all amazed, and were in doubt, and saying one to another, And what meaneth this? Others mocking said, And these men are full of new wine. They thought they were drinking, everyone, but they were filled with the Holy Ghost. But Peter, and standing up with the 11, and lifted up his voice, and said unto them, And ye men of Judea, and all ye that dwell at Jerusalem, and be this known unto you, and hear and hearken to my words. For these are not drunken, and as ye suppose, and seeing it is but the third hour of the day. But this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel. And it shall come to pass in the last days, and saith God, And I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out in those last days, thank you, Father, of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will shew wonders in heaven above, and signs, and in the earth, and blood, and fire, and vapor, and smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness. Sorry, man. Thanks, man. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, and before that great and notable day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass, and it shall come to pass, and that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Ye men of Israel, and hear these words, And Jesus of Nazareth, and a man approved of God among you by miracles and wonders and signs, which God did by him in the midst of you. And as ye yourselves also know, thanks, man, and him, and being delivered by the God did by him in the midst of you, as ye, thanks, man, ye men of Israel, and hear these words, And Jesus of Nazareth, and a man approved of God among you by miracles and wonders and signs, in which God did by him in the midst of you, and as ye yourselves also know, him, and being delivered by the determinate counsel and foreknowledge of God, ye have taken, and by wicked hands have crucified and slain, whom God hath raised up, having loosed the pains of death, because it was not possible that he should be holden of it. For David speaketh concerning, thanks, man. Sorry, Mr. Carson, do you want me to stop right at David, Carson? Thanks, man. For David speaketh concerning him, And I foreknew the Lord always before my face, and for he is on my right hand, and that I should not be moved. Therefore did my heart rejoice, and my tongue was glad. Moreover, also my flesh shall rest in hope, because thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, and neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Thou hast made known to me the ways of life, and thou shalt make me full of joy with thy countenance. Men and brethren, and let me freely speak unto you of the patriarch David, and that he is both dead and buried, and his sepulchre is with us unto this day. Therefore, being a prophet, and knowing that God had sworn with him, I'm sorry, Simon. Thanks, man. Therefore, being a prophet, and knowing that God had sworn with in an oath to him, and that of the fruit of